Hare Krishna. Today we are reading the chapter 26, Wonderful Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Without understanding the intricacies of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and without knowing his uncommon spiritual opulences, the innocent cowherd boys and men of Vrindavan began to discuss his wonderful activities, which surpassed the activities of all men. One of them said, "My dear friends, considering his wonderful activities, how is it possible that such an uncommon boy would come and live with us in Vrindavan? It is really not possible. Just imagine, he is now only 7 years old. How is it possible for him to lift Govardhan Hill in one hand and hold it up just as the king of elephants holds a lotus flower? To lift a lotus flower is a most insignificant thing for an elephant, and similarly, Sri Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill without exertion. When he was simply a small baby and could not even see properly, he killed the great demon Putna. While sucking her breast, he also sucked out of her life air. Shri Krishna killed the Putna demon exactly as eternal time kills a living creature in due course. When he was only 3 months old, he was sleeping underneath a hand driven cart. Being hungry for his mother's breast, he began to cry and throw his legs upward, and from the kicking of his small feet, the cart immediately broke apart and fell to pieces. When he was only 1 year old, he was carried away by the Trinavat demon, disguised as a whirlwind, and although he was taken very high in the sky, he simply hung on the neck of the demon and forced him to fall from the sky and immediately die. Once his mother, being disturbed by his stealing butter, tied him to a wooden mortar, and the child pulled it toward a pair of teeth known as Yamlarjun and caused them to fall. Once, when he was engaged in tending the cows in the forest along with his elder brother Balramji, a demon named Bakasur appeared, and Shri Krishna at once bifurcated the demon's beak. When the demon known as Vatsasur entered among the cows, tended by Shri Krishna with a desire to kill him, he immediately detected the demon, killed him, and threw him into a tree. When Sri Krishna, along with his brother Balramji, entered the Talwan forest, the demon known as Dhenukasur, in the shape of an ace, attacked them and was immediately killed by Balramji, who caught his hand, legs, and threw him into a palm tree. Although the Dhenukasur demon was assisted by his cohorts, also in the shape of aces, all were killed, and the Talwan forest was then open for the use of the animals and inhabitants of Vrindavan. When Pralambasur entered amongst Sri Krishna's cowherd boyfriends, Sri Krishna caused him to be killed by Balramji. Thereafter, Sri Krishna saved his friends and cows from a severe forest fire, and he chastised the Kalya serpent in the lake of the Yamuna river and forced him to leave the vicinity of the Yamuna. He thereby made the water of the Yamuna poisonless. Another one of the friends of Nanda Maharaj said, "My dear Nanda, we do not know why we are so attracted by your son Sri Krishna. We want to forget him, but this is impossible. Why are we so naturally affectionate toward him? Just imagine how wonderful it is. On one hand, he is only a boy of 7 years, and on the other hand, there is huge hill lake Govardhan Hill, and he lifted it so easily. Oh Nanda Maharaj, we are now in great doubt Your son Sri Krishna must be one of the demigods. He is not at all an ordinary boy. Maybe he is the supreme personality of Godhead. On hearing the praises of the cowherd man in Vrindavan, King Nanda said, "My dear friends, in reply to you, I can simply present the statement of Gargamuni so that your doubts may be clear." When he came to perform the name giving ceremony, he said that this boy descends in different periods of time in different colors, and that this time he has appeared in Vrindavan in the blackish color known as Sri Krishna. Previously, he had a white color, then a red color, then a yellow color. He also said that this boy was once the son of Vasudev, and everyone who knows of his previous birth calls him Vasudev. Actually, he said that my son has many varieties of names according to his different qualities and activities. Gargacharya assured me that this boy would be all auspicious for my family and that he would be able to give transitional blissful pleasure to all the cowherd men and cows in Vrindavan. Even though we would be put into various kinds of difficulties, by the grace of this boy, we would be very easily freed from them. He also said that formerly this boy saved the world from an unregulated condition, and he saved all honest men from the hands of the dishonest thieves. He also said that any fortunate man who becomes attached to this boy, Sri Krishna is never vanquished or defeated by his enemy. On the whole, he is exactly like Lord Vishnuji, who always takes the side of the demigods, who are consequently never defeated by the demons. Gargacharya thus concluded that my child would grow to be exactly like Sri Vishnu in transitional beauty, qualification, activities, influence, and opulence. And so we should not be very astonished by his wonderful activities. After telling me this, Gargacharya returned home, and since then we have been continually seeing the wonderful activities of this child. According to the version of Gargacharya, I consider that he must be Narayan himself, or maybe a plenary portion of Narayan, Sri Narayan. Hare Krishna. When all the cowherd men had very attentively heard the statements of Gargacharya through Nanda Maharaj, they better appreciated the wonderful activities of Sri Krishna. They began to praise Nanda Maharaj because by consulting him their doubts about Sri Krishna were clear. They said, "Let Sri Krishna, who is so kind, beautiful, and merciful, protect us." When angry in the scenes torrents of rain, accompanied by showers of ice blocks and high wind, Sri Krishna immediately took compassion upon us and saved us from our families, cows, and valuable possessions by picking up golden gill, just as a child picks up a mushroom. He saved us so wonderfully. May He continue to glance mercifully over us and our cows. May we live peacefully under the protection of wonderful Sri Krishna. The Saint of Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 26th chapter of Sri Krishna, wonderful Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.